Ugh. It's the weekend. It's Friday. It's 2 p.m. I'm quitting a little early. Let's have some fun. So, welcome to a weekend with Will. It's not. I don't know how eventful it's going to be actually because it's going to be a little gloomy this weekend, and I don't know. Oh, if you can see this, but oh, you can. We're starting to get snow out here in Utah, and so I think I don't know if you can see it over there, but like over in that neighborhood is the canyon I like to hike, and I have a feeling it's gonna look like the rest of this mountain. I probably could hike it, but I don't know. I don't know. That's my favorite canyon to go to, but I kind of feel like, anyways. More importantly, it is December 5th, and we're moving. I hope on January 2nd. So Holly's out running errands right now. She is gonna have some boxes when she gets back. So this weekend is probably looking like play RuneScape. I'm working on my third book, so I'm gonna be doing a little writing. Probably packing. We still have a month that we have to leave here, obviously, but we want to pack up as much as we can. We just decided recently that I think we're going to get some other people to like load up for us and kind of like do the whole thing instead of kind of doing like a do-it-yourself situation. So I'm not really worried about like downsizing as much anymore. So we just need to get stuff into boxes. We can get rid of all of our summer stuff. The highs have been in the 30s the last week, and they'll continue to be in the 30s and 40s. So doing a little packing. I forget what number I'm on. Probably run some errands. Maybe try and get outside a little bit, but we're gonna major bundle up because it's gonna be really cold. What else is gonna go on this weekend? I don't know. Probably just lots of little errands. We'll probably go grab some food somewhere, and it'll probably be tasty. We're trying to hit all the restaurants that we want to hit before we leave in a month from Utah. I'll tell you more about that later. But what's first on the agenda is it's Friday afternoon and the wife is out of the house is we play video games. I find it nice to have a little transition activity. It's good to have a transition activity when you finish work, you know what I mean? Because that gets you out of your headspace of work and into your headspace of hanging out and chilling out and having a good time. So I like to use a little RuneScape as my transition activity. And I reject your judgment for that. Anyways, let's go play some RuneScape. Oh. Okay, so quick backstory to that while I'm doing some scaping. Holly and I moved out here in February of this year, which is 2025. We just kind of wanted to like take a little break and do something different. We had a lot of changes happen in our life in 2023 and 2024. So we rented our house out in Alabama and we moved out here just for fun. And that's the entire reason, pretty much. But as we spent some time out here, we really started to miss family and just kind of miss the South. I think as it turns out, I don't know, when you do something like that, you learn a lot about yourself. And so I think our time out here, we kind of learned that we're like not as crazy about places that are like this. And when I say that, I mean just like there's a lot of people in the Salt Lake area, obviously, and we just kind of like quieter areas, I think, a little bit, and we miss being around family. Yeah, so we spent about like we're gonna move in January, so we will have spent like about a year out here, and it was a blast, and it was this really awesome time of kind of like self-befriending and kind of getting to know ourselves, like kind of in the absence of the usual influences that are upon a person from their community. It's been really awesome, and I would encourage anybody else to do something like that as well. But our time has simply come to an end, and we want to go back to Alabama. So that's why we're moving. That's why we're packing, and we're gonna rent for probably another year or two in Alabama before buying again. And I think we're gonna hold on to our house and keep renting it out because that's kind of fun for us. Anyways, so that's why we're moving. Say hi, Holly. The unfortunate reality of moving on January 2nd is that you have to go, in the words of my cousin Robert, Grinch mode. To go Grinch mode. We can't get a tree. I always like getting a real tree. It's really special for me. But when you're moving on January 2nd, everything that you buy and set up for Christmas, you know you're going to have to like immediately take down and move, which I guess that's the way normally Christmas is going to be. I just don't want the pressure of having to have it all down and boxed up and entirely moved by January 2nd. Because, you know, it's fun to leave your Christmas lights up until January 15th or so. Maybe until Martin Luther King Jr. Day. But I think we have done a pretty cozy job of... Oh, we're still recording. I don't understand how this thing works. I think we had done a pretty cozy job of getting decorations in place. We had the lights up there. That was challenging. And the lights over there. And it's really nice. And I think it's kind of Christmassy in here, which will be ruined tomorrow afternoon by cardboard boxes. Good morning. Last night, the smoke detector ran out of batteries at 3 a.m. I don't know what it is about these things that it only happens in the middle of the night. I've never had a smoke detector beep for a low battery in the middle of the day. It's always like at 1 a.m. or 3 a.m. Anyways, first order of business, we're making breakfast. I've been doing qigong while my oats cook in the mornings, probably for a couple of years now, and I find it's a really kind of chill way to move your body and wake up a little bit, so I'm gonna do that. Let me show you this. The key to good oats is consistent agitation. Alright, so we're gonna do salt, more salt than you think. Flax, organic India psyllium, delicious, and nutmeg, and cinnamon, most important, and some honey, of course. I like to do collagen as well, but I ran out. Okay, so my camera braked a little bit, but you're just gonna have to trust me when I tell you that breakfast was really good. I've been having oats every day for breakfast for years at this point. Breakfast is so important to keep my tummy happy, and it's just been like my comfort thing that I go to. Also forgot to mention that I put blueberries into it, which I really like. It makes it really nice. So anyways, sorry I didn't get any footage of eating breakfast. That would have been terribly riveting. But we're gonna start the day with little video games, because that's what you do on Saturday morning, is play a little video game. And then we'll probably talk about running some errands and getting the boxes set up so that we can get some packing done. Okay, also, before we jump into that, I wanted to talk to you about something because this is really interesting. This is something we've been talking about nonstop like the last week. So I was just letting my brain wander, and I was thinking about the makeup of an atom, right? You know, like when you're in school and you talk about an atom, it's like a nucleus, which is made of protons and neutrons, and then a cloud of electrons that are like orbiting the nucleus, right? And they're all like in balance with the charges or whatever. And you know, it might like you get the vibe that like the nucleus is like the size of like a fist, and then like the electron cloud is like the size of maybe like a basketball or something. We have been like reading more and learning about like atomic physics and then like quantum physics and stuff like that, which is all like I have an engineering like background, and so it's an affront to all of my Newtonian intuitions about things, all the like quantum mechanics and stuff like that. But so I remember when we learned that the atom is not like a fist of a nucleus and then like a basketball of electrons. It's really like the nucleus is like this tiny little thing, and then the electron cloud is really big compared to it. And so that makes an atom is like 98 or 99% volumetrically empty. That the vast majority of like the kind of like physical makeup of an atom is just kind of empty space. And so that electron cloud is the biggest like space taker for the atom, volumetrically speaking. And that by itself is kind of crazy. That means that atoms, being the building blocks of everything, are like mostly empty space. But we like pulled on that thread a little bit more, and we're like, okay, what are electrons made of though? And we learned that electrons are massless. They have no size. They're not an object. They're not made of anything. It's basically like energetic like excitation at a point in space. And so they're actually not like a physical object. They are just like an energetic phenomenon, which is kind of crazy. But then we're like, okay, well, like what are the protons and neutrons in the nucleus made of then? And then you start getting into like subatomic particles, and a proton is 2 up quarks and 1 down quark and stuff like that. And you kind of learn that like everything that makes up an atom is massless. It's just a bunch of it's a big cloud of energetic phenomena balancing and happening with one another. And something about that just felt like really jarring. We've been talking about it ever since. I think it's crazy that like the building blocks of all of the solid things, like I'm watching cars go by out my window, and I'm like just everything that's solid in life, the fundamental building blocks are massless energy phenomenons. That there's no like physical substance to them. It's just a bunch of energetic forces pulling on one another. Just something about that is so flippin'. It's just weird. I feel like the implications are really broad, and I haven't really figured it out yet. But we've been kind of talking about that and learning that like everything on the planet that's made up of atoms, which is everything, there's no mass. It's all just an energetic phenomenon being organized and happening a zillion times a second all the time. That's kind of nuts. Anyways, I just wanted to share that with you. POV content is not as fun when it's not a motorcycle. Everybody makes POV content in a car every single day. I was telling the people earlier, Holly, about discovering that electrons have no mass, and that protons and neutrons also have no mass. Yeah, I want to ruin everyone else's life as well. And how essentially that means that all of mass has no mass, that there's no such thing as mass, in a way, that the building blocks of all mass have no mass.
Yeah.
What troubles you about this?
I think it's better
Do you think it? What?
that nothing exists. Basically. Right?
You think it's better that nothing exists?
Yeah, because that depressurizes everything. Right?
Why?
Well, because we don't know anything and we thought we did, but we don't. And so it's okay. It's okay because nobody knows anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Is it better to not know things and to know that you not know things than to think you know things?
If
Because if there's one thing that humans do, it's that think that they know things.
it's better, it depends on the person, I think that can unravel some people.
Yeah.
Knowing that nobody knows
That we don't know anything.
Not everybody.
I forgot to mention we're going to the grocery store.
An important detail.
Yeah, we're going to one grocery store to get groceries and another grocery store to get flowers. Because that's what Holly likes to do. But I'm not going to take the camera into the grocery store because I don't want to be one of those people. So, this is us. It's not weird. Nothing is weird. Nothing is weird. There's no such thing as weird.
Exists, but people would think you are weird.
Whatever.
People that don't exist will think you are weird.
The thoughts that you're projecting into the heads of the people around you, you will project thoughts that you are weird into their heads. And then you will feel insecure because of the thoughts that you projected into the heads of the people around you.
Like telepathically or
No, I'm not telepathically.
but you're projecting what those people are thinking about you, and so
Yes.
you were just you were manifesting yourself in the people around you. It's like you're schizophrenic.
Yeah, you are judging yourself via thinking that other people are judging you.
Yeah. So then you're not the one judging yourself. You get to be the victim for me. Everyone's judging me. But
Yeah,
it's actually just you judging you.
yeah.
Ooh.
That's just in it. But things being weird is an assignment, which is what we've learned about
Yeah.
Zen Buddhism, which is just a judgment call based off of a thing. And so you look at somebody wearing shorts in the cold. It's flipping cold outside, and you see someone wearing shorts, and you say, "Look at that idiot! They're wearing shorts." We do this all the time, and I think my parents did it. I think that Mom, Dad, if you're watching, I think you did it to me.
All moms.
Moms do this. Your mom did that. You judge people when they wear shorts when it's cold, and when they're wearing a hoodie when it's hot, and it happens a lot. And it's just fun. It's just an assignment. Like, maybe they're happy. Maybe they grew up in Canada. Maybe they're authentically warm. Maybe they have like a metabolic situation where they're at, or maybe they are freezing cold.
But that's a choice they made.
It's a choice they made. So what? We were at getting our reflexology the other day, and it was like in the 30s outside. It was actually freezing cold in the evening. There was a dude in short. So sun was down. It was very cold, and there was a shorts and t-shirts guy outside. He's like a middle-aged dude, shorts and t-shirt, and I was like, man. But it's just like this knee-jerk assignment of like judgment.
He's just making a quick run. He wasn't gonna stand up.
Just making a quick run, and like he probably was cold.
Yeah.
But who cares? Why do you care? You're just assigning like weirdness and unusualness to things, so that for what? What's the purpose?
Make yourself feel better.
Make yourself feel better. Make yourself feel better. Holly's driving us, by the way. Can we see it? Here we are. Look, okay. Look at our groceries. That place over there, you can. I don't know if you can see it. It's the Kinlands. It's this really cool place. And they have like local food things, and you could like they grow a bunch of stuff, and that's one of our favorite places to go to. And they have lots of little like gifts and super cool things, and they're always playing like indie folk inside of the store, and it gives me a really special vibe.
It's really nice.
Yeah, we love the Kinlands. We spent $314 on groceries.
Don't tell people that.
What is the most we've ever spent on groceries over the years, Holly?
We have spent $500 before.
I think I remember.
That was at Whole Foods, though.
Yeah, like accounting for like $500 to $600 a week.
Not 600. No.
Like somewhere between there. Like I expected more than 500, but not like up to 600. You know what I mean?
Is this your heavy protein day?
I was eating steak for
That's
breakfast.
why.
like
So expensive.
like a whole ribeye steak for breakfast every morning. I think just the steak that I was getting for breakfast was like $60, like in that neighborhood.
One steak? No.
Like the steak for the whole
All
week.
the steak.
Yes. That was a lot. I don't know what else we were doing. We have eaten so much meat over the years. I have eaten a lot of meat
Yes.
over the years. I've had diets that are like basically predominantly meat.
We need to caveat this that we don't eat out a lot. We eat out like twice a week.
We do not eat out a lot. We eat out twice a week, and that's a more recent thing. It's been once a week
Yes.
for a long time, and that's
So
mostly because I
that's-
can't. But for a long time I couldn't,
wrong
and just
on my
didn't because of tummy stuff, and so we're just cooking everything. So yeah, we were spending that much on groceries, but we were probably spending like potentially more than like $100 a month less, $200, $300 a month less.
And we also prioritize like organic, like cleaner brands and stuff.
Yeah.
That's just like a budget line item, and that's what we spend.
Yeah, so
Sharing our-
we go to places like Sprouts and Whole Foods instead of Walmart and Piggly Wiggly for groceries. No judgment to Walmart or Piggly Wiggly, but they simply don't have organic options.
Walmart's gotten better.
They have gotten better.
But I also don't like going to multiple stores to find what we need, like just to get a better deal. So I'm willing to like spend more if I can just go in one trip. Like that's
Mhm.
pay for the convenience a little bit, and that's worth it to me.
Trader Joe's did that to us.
Yeah, like they had much
Because-
better deals, but they didn't have everything we needed. And so
Yeah,
we
they
had to
have-
go to, like 2 other places.
Everything that they have was really high quality and it was really cheap. But yeah, they're never going to have everything that we need.
We are grocery snobs.
We are grocery snobs and we're so healthy for it, right?
It does so much for us.
It does so much for us. Anyways, I still feel like when it's just like in the neighborhood of like 300 or 350 in a week, I feel like nailed it, super cheap.
Better, yeah.
But I'm sure there's people that would be like, wow, that's really expensive for groceries. But there's probably also people that would be like, that's horrible.
Yeah.
I think I paid in college
Just for the two of us.
like less than $50 a week at the grocery store.
Our when we first got married, we shopped at Aldi all the time, and our budget I think was like $100 a week.
For real?
I think so. Yeah.
Dang, dude.
$100.
Yeah. And that was all we had.
Oh, that's all we had.
Oh, okay. Beautiful sunlight coming in. Gonna get more boxes. Christmas present. Don't look at that. That's a secret. Groceries are put away. And most importantly, use code WILL for 10% off. Just kidding. And that's gonna go on these boxes. And but first, it's time for lunch. We're gonna have a delicious sandwich for lunch. Yeah. Time to make some boxes.
Alexa, what state is Hanover?
Canada is a country in Northern America with a population of 37,700,000. It shares a border with the United States.
Canada? No, Alexa.
A country in North America.
What state is Hanover in?
Hanover is located in Lower Saxony.
Where? Alexa, repeat that.
It's located in Lower Saxony.
What?
Alexa, what state in the United States is Hanover in?
Hanover is located in Indiana.
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 Wow.
Not Lower Saxon? Tell me what this does.
Cryptic.
Oh. That's handy.
I'm gonna like toast this up and then make a little olive oil dip with that gray stuff and dip it in it.
Yeah.
Herby.
Okay, we're going to fill some of these boxes with things and then see if we need to get more. You have any remarks?
I had my motorcycle shipped to Alabama before because I didn't want to be thinking about it while we moved, and so now I'm going through my closet that has all my stuff in it, and I haven't ridden it since, I mean, it was picked up before Thanksgiving, so it's been a few weeks, and then now it'll obviously be another few weeks before I ride it, and I really miss it. And I'm packing up my gloves and my helmet, and I love the inside, the smell of the inside of this helmet. Here's what Holly got done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a half. And here's what I got done. 1, 2. I promise I'm trying. Okay, I'm feeling pretty optimistic about stuff because I've only packed up like a couple of boxes, and things are already looking a lot better. Yeah, so feeling good. Holly is brainstorming our future bedroom, which is what she's great at. We finished packing, and then we took a video game bedroom design break. And I'm chilling out, about to do a little art project that's gonna go into a Christmas thing that I'm very excited for, but I can't talk about it yet because it's a Christmas present for people. And we have been brainstorming all afternoon what we're gonna do for dinner. We're definitely gonna go out. It's between Indian, Thai, and sushi. How do you feel right now about those options, Holly? Does one of them stick out to you? So we're gonna go get Thai food. One of the cool things about living in where we do in Utah is there's just more restaurants. They're not like necessarily like more health conscious, but they like call out stuff on their menus like gluten-free and dairy-free and stuff like that. And that just enables me to eat there, even if it's not like the healthiest in the world. I can at least like know what I'm getting myself into when I go around and eat. I feel like you just don't get that in the South as much as we have gotten it out here. So that's been one thing that I've really liked about being out here is that I can eat. I can go out and eat more. I think I mentioned that earlier. Like we've been going out and just able to eat out more, and that's been really fun for us. But I'm hopeful that the town where we'll be in Alabama they're growing. So I hope we'll get some more cool stuff that I can eat soon. Violet, you're turning violet. Okay, we're gonna go watch a movie and then we're gonna go to sleep. Good night. Good morning. It's Sunday morning at hold on. Just get my okay. It's 9:40 a.m. We slept in a little bit. Sometimes in life, you need to doze around in bed on the weekend mornings. A lot of times I'm tempted to like get out of bed because I feel like it's the weekend. I need to go and do my weekend things, but sometimes you just need to lay in bed till 9 a.m. and then make breakfast, which is what we did. Okay, so I'm fed. I had breakfast. It was great. I had exactly what I had yesterday and exactly what I've had every morning for the last 10 years. Not 10 years, probably. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to meditate because that is something I've been really practicing recently and really trying to lean into and get better at. I might talk about that a little bit more later, but here is the procedure. Zen Letters, Teachings of Yan Wu. He's like this Zen Buddhist master that lived like 1,000 years ago in China. And I really love this little book. It's a little collection of writings of his. And I
find it a helpful practice to just kind of read a little bit to kind of get your brain excited for some meditation, because I love the way they talked about meditation. So just like read a few pages and then I'm going to meditate. I'm going to try and do a good like 20 or 30 minute sesh this morning. I'm really trying to get better about really calming the brain down and being empty, as it were. So we're gonna do some meditating. So let's talk about it for a sec. So if you followed my channel a number of years ago, you'll know that I was a very dutiful churchgoer, and I actually got to a point where I was pastoring a church in 2022 and 2023, and a little bit of 2024. I have made a habit of overdoing things in my life over the years, and I was doing that with pastoring. We also were getting licensed to foster around that time, and I was working on another degree, my second master's degree at the time. I'm a chronic overdoer, and in 2023, my body broke down underneath me because I was doing too much. That started a very chaotic and tumultuous journey to me retiring from pastoring in, I think it was like April of 2024. To this day, that's one of my least favorite things that I've had to do. But like the expression, like if you're doing something is too much, and you're like, oh, I was just killing myself trying to like mow the lawn today. I was actually killing myself with the things that I was doing. Like my body was on a trajectory to die. So had to make a change. And so that was a really hard decision that we made. After we resigned pastoring as kind of part of wanting to slow down, we said like, well, we'll just go to church, but obviously not pastor. Let's just go somewhere that's like restful for us, and we'll just kind of chill out there. And so we did that one Sunday, and my body revolted so hard against me that entire Sunday morning. I had to stop at a gas station on the way there so I could poo my brains out. I was like physically miserable the entire Sunday morning, and like nobody had fun, especially not me. Nobody had fun talking to me or anything. I was miserable. And I think my body had just so learned to hate Sunday mornings, because that was like a manifestation. That was the biggest manifestation of my chronic overdoing. So after that Sunday morning, we're like, okay, let's just not do this again. Let's just chill. And so the next Sunday, we said I'm gonna have breakfast, and I had just built a pergola in our backyard, and it was like April, so it was kind of springish. And we're like, we're gonna have breakfast, and we're gonna go sit on the porch. And I made some tea and coffee. Holly was gonna make some coffee, and we were just gonna sit and chill for the morning and like read some books and talk and listen to the birds. And that's what we did. And I had a really nice morning, and my body felt kind of happy and still and relaxed. And so after that little experiment, we're like, okay, this is what we do now. That's like we're chilling on Sunday mornings, like, because I almost died in 2023, and chilling moved me in the opposite direction. So here we are in December of 2025, and that's kind of still what we're doing. Slow breakfast, a little meditation, and having the morning and having the space and giving your body the relaxation signals that it needs to not freak out. I have wrapped up my meditation. It was really nice, and I'm going to try not to go on about meditation on these videos because it's something that I've really loved recently. I'm going to do a little gaming because it's a weekend morning, and we're going to do a little more packing, and probably do even more nothing than we did yesterday, which yesterday actually ended up being pretty productive. But anyways,
that's what we're doing. That's the game plan. So see you in a little bit.
Okay, this is really funny. Wait. Look at these. The person, we got secondhand boxes. We got secondhand boxes, and like all the boxes, look over there. These are all Snyder's pretzel boxes. We just have, like, if you ordered like 5,000 pretzel bags from Snyder's, like Snyder, every single one of these is a Snyder. Every single one of those, I think almost every single box that we have is a pretzel box. I think that's how it works, because you remember that Dirty Jobs episode where Mike went to like a water treatment facility and was like
We just recycle water.
spraying the poo? I mean, what else would we be doing?
Then why do we have a water crisis if we're just reusing it all the time?
What's the water crisis?
The Salt Lake.
Well, that's water exiting this water table and going into other water tables, I think. Right? I think that's what's happening, but don't quote me on that. The lake has been drying up for millions of years, Holly. Anyways, that's all. Okay, Holly. What are we doing?
Packing.
Yeah, we just took a break and we had lunch and it was great. We love chips and salsa, and we're gonna use that tape and that body. Thank you. And we're gonna keep backing up because we have a lot of pretzel boxes, and frankly, the stock must be rotated. So, time for a little walk. I wanted to show you this cool place that I like to walk. It's like this little path that goes between like a neighborhood and an apartment, and it kind of just goes for a little ways. And I really like it because like this is like the flat backside of a bunch of houses, and this is like the backside of a bunch of apartments, and it feels like this like in between space that like you're not supposed to be in, like you're backstage of reality. And I think it's really cool. I've been watching this YouTuber named Annie Austin, who's really funny, and he does a bunch of analyses on like spaces like that in video games, and like nitpicks like all the little details about games like that, like GTA and stuff like that. And he has a really like childlike wonder about video games that I really like. So you should check him out. So also we talked about like why we haven't been going to church recently. But I feel like that kind of combines into why we're in Utah right now. Because after I resigned from pastoring in like the spring of 2024, we'd also had an experience with fostering. We tried to get pregnant for a long time, and then we fostered, and that just didn't work out for us either. And so kind of like by like April of 2024, it's like all of the things that we were like ambitious about and wanted to do with our lives had gone away, and just kind of like terminated. And so we knew kind of like around the summer of 2024 that we really wanted to like do something different, that we wanted to like start a new chapter for our marriage and for our life. But we just weren't really sure what we wanted that to be. And so we were kind of just like the middle of 2024 after resigning was just a lot of like resting and just kind of having conversations about what we wanted to do with our lives, about kids, about religious stuff. We both worked remote, and so we did have like some flexibility with stuff. And so we talked about buying an RV, selling the house, all manner of weird stuff, moving to a different country. We talked about all kinds of random off the wall things. And it was probably like October, maybe September, October of 2024 that we booked a trip out to Salt Lake to scope out apartments, that we felt like it could be a cool place, cool little temporary adventure. And so the whole like middle of 2024, like spring through fall of 2024 was kind of us like pausing before starting a new chapter. We knew that we wanted to start a new chapter, but just kind of figuring out what that was going to look like. And so somewhere in there we figured out we just wanted to try something new, something really different, but something that still like fit our lifestyle. So we didn't just want to like be totally out in the middle of nowhere. So we just kind of, I don't know, Holly did some research and just kind of landed on this area. And so we rented the house out instead of selling it and just rented an apartment out here. And so that's what this season has really been for us, is just kind of like starting a new chapter and just kind of realigning ourselves to a new rhythm. And so that's what this year's been, and it's been really awesome. And I would encourage any like other couple or anybody who wants to kind of like start a new chapter, move far away, go somewhere else, just go somewhere different and completely shake things up. Because that was kind of the point of this. And I'm incredibly thankful for this season. It has been like really, really good. Like I was trying to think of pros and cons, but almost no cons. We have discovered that we do miss family more than we thought we would. And so we do kind of feel that pull to move back, and we're kind of going with our gut on that one. I think maybe if we liked the area that we were in more, that maybe we would make it a longer term thing, but I don't know. I mean, like, all of our parents are like back in the same place, and sisters and nieces and nephews and everything, so it's kind of hard to, when you're so flexible, it's kind of hard to justify, you know. My boy Confucius would be unhappy with me if I decided to hang out really far away from my family long term, just when I had the ability to support them. So anyways, there's been a lot of conversations that we've had over the year about if we would want to move back and why we would want to move back and what that would look like. But I think it's mission accomplished for, you know, we wanted to start a new chapter. We wanted to redefine, and we wanted to reconnect with ourselves in a big way. And I think we've done that, and I've been super happy with our time out here, and I'm not at all sad that it's coming to an end. I'm super excited to go back to a place that I consider home, and kind of plant my new self there, you know. I'm interested to see what that looks like. I've never really done anything like this before, but to kind of go away and have some space to kind of redefine yourself, and then to carry that redefined self back into the space that you exited in order to accomplish that redefinition process. I don't know, maybe I'm being stupid, but that's what the season has been. So anyways, I'm about to turn around here and finish my little walk. It is a beautiful wintry day out here. Cheers. Look at it. Look at it. It's beautiful. All right, see ya.
How do I look?
All right, Ollie, what did we do this weekend?
We packed.
We packed and played video games.
You played video games.
Yeah, you didn't play any video games, unfortunately. That was pretty much it. We just talked to my parents, which we usually do on Sunday nights, and we're gonna go eat some leftovers. And we're gonna watch TV, probably go to sleep.
Exciting stuff.
It is really exciting. Next week is exciting.
Going to tour rental houses.
Ollie's gonna go find us a place to live in Alabama
Great.
without me. I don't travel well, so we just decided it would probably it would just leave me at home, and we save like $500 of a plane ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And because if I win, I would just be miserable and I'd be pooping my brains out the whole time anyways. So Ollie's gonna go, and she's gonna FaceTime me, and I'm gonna trust her judgment.
I'm gonna pick out a house.
Yeah. But until then, it's a school night. So time to go to work. See you next time.